Being energy sensitive isn't a bad thing. It feels like everyone talks about how hard it is to be sensitive and that being intuitive or empathic is some sort of burden to carry. I'm here to tell you that being sensitive is both natural and positive. Today, I'm breaking down 3 of the best things about being sensitive. Let me know in the comments which one is your favorite. Hey, and if I miss yours, make sure to let me know by adding it in. Reason number 1, you have a strong sensory system, aka a powerful field. Have you ever noticed that you could get a feel for a person or what is going on in a situation just by being there? Have you ever felt a wave of energy when you entered a room? If the answer is yes, one of the most important things to know is that if you pick up thoughts and feelings from others, or you can pick up subtle vibes like a shift in mood without anyone saying anything, you, my friend, have a powerful energy field. Now, everyone in the world has an energy field. Sensitive people have their energy sensing muscles turned on and functioning more powerfully than your average person. And I'm going to take a second to talk about this because it's the part that often gets missed. Your biofield, aka your energy field, is an extrasensory electric part of you that sits outside of your body, but also interfaces with it. This part of you picks up information in the form of electrical impulses and resonance that it filters back to you through your system to understand. Everything has its own energy field, including computers. When a person who is energy sensitive goes somewhere, this invisible part of their body is interacting with energy, people, devices, and other parts of the natural world. So this is that big whoosh that you sometimes feel when you go in somewhere. Though it can feel overwhelming to hold this strong field and pick up so much from the world around you, I want to flip the narrative and say, if this is you, your field's not broken. It's just stronger than the average person, which in my opinion is something to celebrate. Now I'm going to tell you why it's something to celebrate as we keep going on. Reason number 2, you are highly intuitive. Have you ever felt like you just knew things and then later came to find out you were right? Or have you ever instinctively known when it was a good place to go or a good time to leave before a bad thing happened? Those, my friends, are signs that you have a strong intuition. As we just established, your field is a part of you that picks up electric resonance from the world around you in your immediate environment. Now, this is where it gets interesting. This energy contains information about all sorts of things like what has happened in a place, where a person has been, and sometimes even what is going to come up next. When a sensitive enters a room, their field will pick this up and they will filter that information back through their gut, head, and heart axis. So from there, you will perceive this information internally. Sometimes this shows up as having feelings about a person and their intentions. It can also show up as just knowing things. For some people, this even shows up in highly detailed imagery and highly detailed downloads about a person, place, or event. This is excellent, especially when you learn how to discern and sort what you pick up. Once you do, your intuition is going to be able to tell you who to trust, who not to trust, where to go, where not to go. And when you learn to work in alignment with this part of yourself, let me tell you, it saves you a whole lot of heartbreak and brings you to a whole lot of good things. Reason number 3, you're able to meet people where they're at. Do you ever feel yourself being called on to be a listening ear because people so value your ability to hold space or perhaps to give advice that is just exactly what they needed? Or maybe you've been able to know exactly what your child needs from you without them even having to say it. Perhaps one of the most underrated, but in my opinion, best parts of being sensitive is that you can connect with people on a deep level and meet them where they are. Having a strong field means that you can read what is going on in someone else's just by talking with them. You know things about their backstory and their motivations without them having to tell you. You also wind up holding good space. Because you're intuitive, when a person speaks with you or asks your advice, you are often able to see or perceive things that may not be immediately obvious to a person who doesn't sense energy, even the person who's talking to you in the first place. You also tend to know how to say the right thing and when to say it. You can feel what emotional tone that person needs to be met with. Now, this is incredibly helpful to people who are in public service, care work, healing work, leadership, even business. It's also a superpower when you're caring for your family because being able to sense your child, your partner, or the animal members of your crew is one of the most positive things you're able to do to be able to create a healthy, happy, and safe environment, which is one of the things that a lot of us strive to do. So what about when it feels uncomfortable? This is a video about when it feels positive, so I'm going to keep this part short, but there's more detail in the caption below in a companion article that I wrote. Now, we call these things a soul gift, and that's definitely because they are, but I want to be completely honest and be real with you and say that sometimes this can be overwhelming. If you're sitting there right now in that overwhelmed space, I know it doesn't always feel like a good thing, but I want you to know that it can be. The secret lies in taking care of your field, which is the part that most people miss. If you're ready to learn how to do this, I teach it, and believe it or not, it's not even that hard. Check Breathe Grand Align in the description box to get started. Being an energy sensitive person is one of the best things that we can experience because it means that we are able to go beyond the limits of words. We are able to transcend the boundaries that are placed between us by language. We can feel that rock, the tree, the other person. We know what's good for us and what it isn't from the feeling in the pit of our stomach. And that is something to be embraced and celebrated. If it's feeling difficult for you, I want you to know that you are not alone, and I have spent the other videos in this series ranging from some of the common drains that empaths feel to some of the tools that empaths might like to use, and I've even told my from rock bottom to right now story where I saved myself from being a complete sponge to being the empowered, healthy empath I am right now. I'd love for you to let me know in the comments what the best parts of being an empath are for you, what you love about being intuitive, and if you feel so called, you can even mention some of the challenges because I'd be happy to make more content about that in the future. For now, that's all I have to say, but I did want to say if you're new here, subscribe, come on back. Next week, I'm going to be showing a little nature reset that you can use anytime you need to come back to center.